Pizza time.
Here we go. Episode 73 of A Pizza My Life. We are back, dude. Our first episode in October. You know what that means. We have completed 2 full years of the podcast.
Full
Years.
Full years?
Did I say full?
Yeah.
Oh, I said full.
Okay.
You're a couple days early, but we'll give it to you. We'll round up.
Just also, they're not full years.
Full years of podcasts, at least 30 episodes each year.
Okay, there you
We
go.
are proud of it, and we are proud to be back in the studio with a guest now. We haven't had a guest in a few months. Our last guest was episode 69 with Cheesy Bread Becca, so it makes perfect sense that our first guest after that would be her brother, RJ.
I was waiting for you to give him a name.
I got nothing off the
Okay,
top of my head.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
I know, that's
super
what I was-
clear.
It's been RJ since high school.
I just
There's
was
really
nothing.
not- there's just nothing
Everyone
there.
had like a name, and then when you pointed out it was Cheesy Bread Becca, I thought you were giving a name.
See,
You
talking's
know
not
what?
easy.
I'll be honest. I thought you were coming up with something too. I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I was
I
waiting
got-
for what it was going to be.
Oh, man.
I was a little excited, but
What
it's
am I
okay.
supposed to say? Radishes?
Ragu.
RJ Radishes?
Ragu RJ. RJ
Yeah.
Ragu.
All right. I
I mean,
mean,
it could work.
Better.
I at least picked a food. You picked a brand, you know?
Red pepper.
Red Pepper RJ. There we go.
we
I
go.
like that.
There we go. We
Red
got
Pepper.
it.
And it kind of, yeah.
Hashtag. That's
Yeah.
for RJ.
Pizza.
Get it trending.
There you go.
All right. How are you doing, man?
Good, man. Surviving. We got the COVID.
You had it?
No. I said it just as a,
Oh, okay.
as a
It
society.
did sound like you said you had it.
No.
Yeah.
As a society, we made it.
All
Gotcha.
right.
We're good.
We made it. I was like,
I did
oh,
not
man,
get
we
it.
need to get
Thank
out
God.
of this room if you got it, man. That's
Yeah,
not,
you know what? I forgot to tell you guys.
It's a surprise episode.
Tested positive right before I came over.
The gang
Hey,
gets
just so you know.
COVID.
Just so you know, I'm feeling like shit right
Yeah.
now. Oh, okay.
I'm going to power through it.
I'm gonna make sure to cough all over the mic.
Side note, do you like how like companies have just switched on that where before if like you had to like take a sick day, I mean everyone's working from home now, but if you had to take like a sick day, you'd get like really just I don't know, I feel like you'd always get kind of vibes from people like, "Oh, you're sick, you can't just work."
Yeah, he'll
whatever.
power through.
And now it's like, "Oh, you sneezed, go home.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Don't be at the office."
Well,
Dude,
Like,
if you're in the office and you cough, it is like you feel like
Yeah.
everyone's eyes are like on you.
If you're in public and cough, I'm like sometimes like I, just get a tickle in your throat and I cough and I just want to look around and be like, "Guys, I'm fine.
I'm just choking.
I'm just choking. I'm dying over here, but I'm fine."
That's like with my work right now. There's only 3 of us, and the one girl is on maternity leave till November. And my one coworker is like, "Yeah, you know, my son's girlfriend had COVID. I gotta get tested." I'm thinking, you should be able to work still. You're working from home.
Yeah, true,
I mean,
true.
Hey, why are you here then?
Well, no,
Hey.
you guys are all working from
Yeah,
home.
we're working from home.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, cool. If you got COVID, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I said in a sense
What
it
do
makes
you-
it
what do
worse
you
for
get?
the work from home part because now everyone knows like, all right, you can just go home and work.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it works perfectly fine to be working
Yeah.
from home.
It's easy.
I used to work with RJ a few years ago.
This is at Trinity, right?
Yeah,
still there.
Yeah.
Oh, spooky
Whoa.
season!
Yes, dude, the lights only flicker during.
They
spooky
do only
season.
flicker during spooky season.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I'm
crazy.
I'm glad we brought that
spooky
back,
season,
man.
or did you forget to pay your electric bill?
No,
It's just these fake lights, not fake lights. The real.
just
Oh,
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, get the strobe light effect.
Wow, and yeah, go ahead and turn it off. Go ahead and turn.
Want me to turn it off?
Yeah, go ahead and turn it off. It's only when we put the light over there too, because ever since we moved it so that it was over,
Do you need to check this outlet then?
maybe it is the outlet. Wow. Doing hey, so that's a good that's a good pro tip for a lot of the people out there. If you're curious about how the electricity works in your house, making sure everything's good, start a podcast and plug in some lights,
That's the cheapest way to do it.
and you'll find out real quick, dude.
Not just like buy one of those like outlet testers and just start
Wow, yeah.
throwing them out.
yeah. Make sure to buy $2,000 worth of equipment.
Yeah.
And then figure out.
And then figure it out,
then
yeah.
Figure out what works and doesn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah. I worked with RJ. We can get back to that, and I'll just edit it, and it'll be smooth.
So RJ, I want to hear your take. So I think we've mentioned on here about how Pizza Eric got let go from Trinity.
Oh, I'm well aware.
I
of
gotta
that.
bleep out all the times you say the company name.
Oh, you should have told me that ahead of time. That
Why would you
can't
not?
say it.
Why would you not? What did you
I didn't think it was a big deal. Like, were we saying anything bad here? Anyways, when Eric left that company,
TH. We'll call it
TH. What I mean,
a health company.
what was your thoughts on this? Because a lot of it sounds insane.
It was
Yeah.
a-
For those who don't know, Eric got fired for taking pops.
Fountain pops.
Yeah, refills on the fountain pops.
It was pretty
Refills.
paid for the first. Paid
It's
for the
pretty
first
paid
cup.
for
ridiculous.
the first one. Didn't pay for the second for the refill, and was
Axed.
stealing from the company.
I mean, if you think about it, at the same time, you
I-
got your revenge because, I mean, sorry, Sodexo, the people that own the kitchen, kind of don't have a job anymore.
That's true.
So-
Don't no building,
So-
no job.
Who really won that?
who's laughing now, dude?
But what were your thoughts
I
on
am.
it? Like,
I thought it was kind of bullshit. I mean, like, come on, really?
was there
Really?
any thoughts of like, hey, is this just a way to get Eric out?
No, I was doing
No, he
good.
was a good-
I was
good
on the
worker.
verge of like a promotion,
And then there's like, God damn that
and
pop.
they were just like, dude, but he is obsessed with drinking this
I mean,
pop,
this
huh?
guy,
Man,
this
he
guy's
can
got-
go to-
Guy's got a coke problem.
yeah.
He can go to
That's how they
McDonald's.
pitched it. They're like, HR, yeah, he's got a coke problem.
He can go to
This
McDonald's.
guy's getting coke 2 times a day at lunch. Oh, we gotta get him out of
He
here.
shouldn't have it once. No, he paid for the first one. It's
Whoa,
fine.
whoa, whoa, dude! Hey, he's drinking like 30 ounces of Coke. Only paid for 16.
Are there any signs anywhere that say no free refills?
I don't know. I don't even remember, to be honest.
That's true. It's been a while now.
Not that I ever saw.
How long ago was this? It was like 3 years ago?
This
Close
was
to
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Time.
That was with
started my next job, and like first thing I did, but I got to that cafeteria.
You're like, hey, free
that first
refills?
lunch break, I was like, "What's the
Ass.
situation? What's the situation? Can I get a refill or no?"
Were they like, yeah, of course you can. Like, you paid for the cup.
that
It's
was
fine.
No, no, they were like, "No, you can't."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Guess I'm never buying a fountain drink then."
That is crazy.
Because what the fuck is that? I can go to McDonald's and buy $1 fountain drink any size and refill it 30 times, and they don't give a fuck, and their fountain drinks taste better. But nope.
That's crazy. I did not realize that that would be a policy everywhere.
Yeah, that's apparently corporate America. Don't you
capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
God damn
dare.
it.
Don't you dare refill those pops. But yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Worked out for everybody.
Well, we have a second opinion that's justified.
ATH. This is for UTH right here. A little second refill.
Oh shit! You're fired.
There we go.
You're fired.
Get me off the pod. I'm fired.
Fired. Bad boy. That's
what
why we
we
got it.
want.
That's why we got to bleep.
That's what it's gonna be. I have to blur that out now.
you
Jeez.
just blur the stream coming out.
Yeah, no one knows what was happening.
Looks like a Japanese porn. Like, what is that?
That's the weirdest thing. I don't understand the Japanese porn.
Because it's censored. Government laws.
But you can show everything, and essentially, like, everyone gets what it is, but you just can't show the parts.
Yeah.
Those parts.
Government.
That's weird.
The government.
You can show them licking doorknobs and like spitting on each other's eyeballs, but you can't show a little P and V.
Hey, they like tentacles, man. That's their thing over there.
Yeah. Do they allow it if it's a cartoon? Do we know?
I don't know.
How do we get on this?
He said Japanese porn. He said Japanese porn.
We said
That's
blurring. We went from
That's
Japanese
true.
to
All right.
porn. Next thing you know, we're on tentacles, and that's what happens when you get
Woo-hoo!
Red Pepper Ryan on
Yeah.
the podcast.
Exactly.
Red Pepper Ryan. Yeah, coming
Start
through.
to crushed red pepper. I mean, that's always on pizza. Crushed red pepper. That's a little bit too long.
Yeah, it's too long.
We'll stick with just red pepper.
Yeah, RPRJ.
Ooh, I like that.
That's
That sounds official. It's like Maurice Jones-Drew.
RJ. I've known you for several years. Probably like 15 years now.
Close to it.
Like it's been a while.
At least a gunner.
Yeah, we're in a fantasy football league together, and then we also do pick'ems where we just try to
Yeah.
pick the winners of
Yeah.
the games. And
You've
I
been
don't
in that
know.
for a few years now. You won like 3 weeks last year. 4
I
weeks.
won the
won
whole
it.
league 2 years
Do
ago.
you guys do a payout every week, or is it just at the end? It's like
It's a payout every week, and then
Okay.
at the end there's also a payout.
the top winner.
I made a good amount of money because I
banked.
won like 5 weeks.
banked.
So I was like, yeah, I will do that.
you-
do that again?
Do you pick every team, like every game?
So the way
Yeah,
it
you
works,
just pick the winners.
yeah, the way it works is it's through CBS. My cousin does it. It's more of a fun because he does.
Yeah.
It's like $20 for the whole year. So it essentially comes up
Okay.
to $1 a week, and all it is just winners and losers. There's no
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah.
No nothing. You just pick winners and losers,
Yeah,
and
simple.
then winner at the end wins. So I think there's like 33 people this year. So
Oh shit. Okay,
you win 1 week, you win $33, like right.
that's solid. Yeah.
You get your money paid back immediately, and then
Yeah,
the very end, there's like an aggregate total for like most picks.
Yeah.
Correct. Across
yeah.
the
Whoever
week, and
picks,
then
the whole season.
And
your
then you get,
final
like-
$3 that didn't go towards the weeks that goes towards the main.
And at 33 people,
And
that's a
then
pretty big,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Eric
payout.
just comes in and he goes, you know what? I'll put my pick 'em expertise to the win. Win.
Yeah, I was on fire.
just-
on fire, dude.
go
And
to
I
the-
want here's why I bring it up. Because I want to turn this into betting on more sports games and winning money that way. Dude, I'm trying to get my sports betting right.
Oh, I got a good sports betting story for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm
All right,
curious.
so,
With a tease like that, how could
No.
I not?
well, and we already had one Detroit team mess us up, so this is another good Detroit team messing me up now.
Okay.
So I like betting hockey, right? I like doing crazy parlays.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Biggest mistake ever is betting on a team that you root for because it'll always break your heart.
It is a double break
It
in your
is.
heart.
Yes.
It is.
You either bet with
is.
them
Right.
and then they lose and you lose, or you're like, "Fuck, I'm gonna bet against them because they're the worst team," and then they win that game.
Yeah, and then you have
Yeah,
to.
that's
Then
what
And
you
then you
have
have mixed emotions.
That's what happened with the Wings
Yep.
for me.
Yeah.
I do.
Makes
That's
sense.
exactly what happened. So I like doing parlays for like a couple bucks.
Yeah, because you can get some plus odds and then
just
make some more money.
line. So
Yeah.
this past year, it was like probably January. I was doing just winners, so I picked 12 games, right?
Which is always tough.
For
I mean, that's-
$5, right? And I think it was a $5 bet for a $2,000 payout.
Yeah, makes sense.
I hit 11 out of 12.
Oh, the Wings were the one.
The Wings beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. They were
Which is probably the one that had like the highest
which was
odds.
the highest odds
Yeah.
on the ticket. Tampa
Oh, yeah.
Bay was minus 345. All I
Yeah.
had to do was win, and the Wings won. Basically, the Red Wings cost me $2,000. So
That have you seen what's going viral? There's a dude who bet $8. I think it was an $8 bet for the Ryder Cup,
yeah,
and picked like ties, and it was $8 turned into 970K.
how about the guy that needed the Lions to beat
Yeah, I mean that was stupid.
the
Yeah.
Packers? The
He
one-
felt so good
Yeah.
that first half, and then just
he cashed out at like 125 though.
that's smart. I feel like I would never cash out.
It was.
I
Like,
think they let him retroactively cash out.
Like, hey, you got us enough
Like-
he really
publicity.
cashed out
Yeah.
like halftime because he could have made 750 or something.
Well, I think he's saying like he went through with it, but then they're like, hey, you gave us enough publicity.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's 2K.
Yeah, it was like MGM or something. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I'm trying to get good on sports betting. I wanna start.
Yeah,
winning
you don't want to
that
collab.
money,
I'm
though.
saying, like, do you want to like just talk about picks beforehand?
I mean, we can, but
No, and then you're like, no, I don't want to.
I don't though.
Yeah.
I don't, because then that's too much. It's in my head because then I've spoken it out loud that this is my pick, and now people know, and then it is.
Well, no. So what you don't do is just like if you pick something and I don't like it, I'm just not gonna bet against it. But you have like your locks, like, hey, this is what I really like.
Yeah.
And then you have what you really like, and then if I don't like yours, I'm not gonna bet against it. I'm just gonna be a nice guy, and I hope that you win. But I'm going somewhere else.
we should put our money together and then
Not what
just
I'm
bet everything opposite,
No,
and by
you
the
probably
end,
could start winning money. Yeah.
by the end, all right. So I need 2 sports betting accounts.
Well, if we just did the opposite, you just have
Yeah.
one, and you'd bet one way, and I'd have the other, and I'd bet the other
I
way.
mean, you're guaranteed someone's gonna win.
Yeah.
But then if I just have 2 accounts and I do it myself, then
See, this
All
guy
the
just doesn't
winnings
like
for
to
me.
just doesn't like to have friends.
What you need to do is you need to get into those free money bets, those promotional.
Oh,
bets,
yeah. You
those
gotta chase
hammered-
them. You gotta
hammer
chase
the
them around,
overs,
yeah.
and
yeah,
those are. I mean, what was it? I think I bet this past couple weeks ago, whatever it was. No, it was like a Michigan bet.
Oh,
They were-
spread the
They
love.
were plus, yeah, they were like plus like 67 or something like that.
Oh, it's
67
not
and a
that
half was maximum of $25. You win like 50 back.
Oh yeah. That was FanDuel.
Oh, I do that.
They
all
do
the
those.
time.
Yeah,
It's great. I
You do those. You got to
do that,
take
and I
them.
cash right out. I'm like, hey, thanks for the free 25.
Oh yeah. No, I know Eric's big on me and Eric are big on the merch bets from Barstool.
yes, I like those a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't always like the merch, so I don't do them. But
I
when I
won
like the
this.
merch, then it's like, all right, well, I guess I might as well put my money in there.
I did the merch bet on the Michigan Washington game.
Yep. Same.
Won that.
Yep.
And then,
and then you're like, I got free money and a sweatshirt. That's life's good, dude.
so my dad, he's got an iPhone, right? But typical boomer. Sorry, boomers. He's not very tech savvy.
Okay.
So he texts me. I think it was for the Monday night game, Lions and Packers.
Yep.
He's like, hey, can you put a bet out for me? And I was like, hey, you got a phone? You can download the.
Yeah, you can do this.
He's like,
I'll give you a reference code.
he's like, no.
Sign on up.
He goes, I need you to put 150 in the Lions. And I'm like,
Ooh,
I was like,
shit.
hey, your money, right? I didn't realize that there was $100 merch bet for the Lions that day, and I didn't opt in.
That was a
Oh,
win-lose
yeah.
one
That was
too.
a win-lose one.
Yeah,
I had
so you
idea.
should have.
I had no idea.
Did he want it on
Wow.
the spread or do you want money line?
He wanted the spread.
I mean, it didn't make a difference either way, but
He wanted the spread, and he was like, hey, looking good halftime, and then
yeah. I say, yeah, you
Downhill.
should have done that because you would have gotten that free hoodie. It was a
I had
sick
no
hoodie
idea.
too.
Everyone was,
Yeah,
everyone
you
was
at least
asking.
owe your dad a hoodie. I think that's fair.
Oh no, that would have
You
been
say
your
that.
hoodie for sure.
Yeah, people
He doesn't
ask me,
know.
They're like, hey,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, did you get the hoodie? I go, what hoodie? They're like, you didn't opt in? I go, no. Was that an option? I'm looking, I'm like, God damn it.
That is rough.
The first like 2 months when they launched in Michigan, there was just free bets and
Yeah, it was
promos just
every week.
everywhere. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
I think right when the
$5.
Barstool app came out, I was just like, it was probably like 3 a.m. I was about to go fall asleep, and I'm like, what live sports are on? It was like,
Russian hockey.
What can I bet on right now? I got
it was
money
legit,
to burn.
It was legit a Chinese basketball
Yeah,
game,
KHL.
a Scottish soccer match, and then NCAA basketball in Hawaii. And I was like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, whatever. I take a three bet parlay. I took all the
Between like China, Chinese basketball, Scottish soccer,
I just took like all the non-favors. I'm like, I'm just gonna make a stupid bet and go to bed, right? Find out the other two teams won, and whatever team I took in the Hawaiian Basketball League lost on a buzzer beater.
that sucks.
They lost
That
on a buzzer beater.
sucks.
I would have won like $100 on like I'm stupid $5 bet on 3 sports I don't
Yeah.
even watch.
That's always bad. It's like I'd want to just either lose miserably or win. Because if I lose where it's like a last second, like you said, like the 5th team in a 5-team parlay, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I should be money, and then all of a sudden just loses, you're like, well, I'd just kill myself.
Yeah. That's what happened. I set up a parlay of like 4 teams like to win this past Sunday, and one of the teams I picked was the Ravens over the Lions. And so when they were lining up for a 66-yard field goal, I'm kind of like, I need this to go through. I need this
Again,
to be
that's
good.
just
This is my
You're
parlay.
at fault here. You're
Yeah,
at fault.
So that's what I'm saying.
a little bit.
You just don't touch your sports teams.
Dude, the Lions, I don't care. You know, so I was
Well, that's
betting,
rude because the rest of us do.
the Lions almost upset me because they won. Like that was I was not expecting the Lions to
You're
win.
a cold-hearted son of a bitch.
And then they almost do, and I would have been out some money. But nope.
You're a cold-hearted son of a bitch.
My man Jay Tucker.
I'm all about those teasers. I like them teasers.
Detroit versus Pizza Eric.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be the new hoodie.
Oh no, we can't get that going.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no.
would probably gain traction on the podcast.
No,
like
it
people
wouldn't.
hate listen.
Nope.
Like you to that
I'll shut it
daily
down.
reminder
I'm gonna
guy.
edit it all out. You're gonna edit all that out.
Yeah, that's a lie.
No,
Never
that's,
edit-
none of
never
that's
edits
seeing
it.
the light of day. That's not happening.
Well, I feel like as we're talking about sports betting, you
Yeah.
said you had a Vegas story to go through.
So, this is So I don't know if you guys are big hockey fans or not,
I am.
but so you know how the Golden Knights have like the big, huge show and everything.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Right. So Memorial Day weekend this year, we decide. A buddy of mine hits me up and he's like, "Hey, you want to go? You want to go to Vegas with me and a couple cousins, my wife, blah blah." I'm like, "Sure, why not?" Right.
Yeah.
That was right when the first round of the NHL playoff schedule was just coming out.
Okay, so is this?
This is the first round.
Yeah, so this would be during the playoffs then too,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. So I'm like, all right. I'm looking at the weekend we're there.
Dude, I must have just missed you in Vegas. I was there, I think, like the following week.
Really?
Yeah, like first week of June.
Should have told me. I would have found you.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, it's not like you would have
Now we
seen him
know.
and been like, RJ!
Yeah.
I meet you in the future!
If I was a time traveler, I would have.
6 months later, we're gonna be on a podcast.
exactly.
Tell me this story later.
Yeah.
So we go down there and everything. So I'm looking at the schedule for the playoffs and everything, and the only day we're there for a Vegas Knights game is Game 7, and it's Vegas versus the Minnesota Wild. Right.
Okay, surprising that they even went to Game 7.
Right. Vegas went up 3-1 in that series. I
Yeah.
remember watching the 2 games, and Minnesota won 2 straight, and I'm going ecstatic, right?
Yeah.
So these tickets are probably, I think I had to buy 2 of them off SeatGeek
Sure.
for
Yeah.
like $700 total.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm like, well, I'm texting my buddy. I'm like, does anyone want to go? And he goes,
Yeah.
my cousin will go, right? I'm like, sweet, right? She willing up front $350. He goes, yeah, she makes money.
Wait, hold on. All right. So you're going on this trip. I'm assuming you've met this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're going with 10 people, and you're like, one person's gonna come with you to this game.
I only had 2 tickets.
Okay.
So I'm like, if I
So
can't,
you just bought them ahead of time.
I just bought them ahead.
Okay, nice.
Because I was like, all right, either I'm going or I'm going to get a refund.
Yeah.
One of the 2.
I'm sure you could sell them to someone too.
Right,
You know?
that's what I was saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I can't,
Yeah.
if I got to sell them, I'll sell them, right? So
Yeah.
his little cousin's in, and I'm like, sweet, right? Now, knowing the pregame
The
festivities and everything, I'm
Yeah,
like,
the
I got-
razzle
we got-
dazzle.
I'm like, we got to get there early.
Yeah.
we got to go through.
you
right?
can't miss the razzle dazzle.
Hell no, right? That's that's part of Vegas, baby.
Absolutely.
So-
Vegas, baby.
So we're at the Flamingo, and T-Mobile is right by New York.
Yep.
So that's like probably about
10-minute walk. I don't even think it's a mile.
I think it was longer than a walk because we wanted an Uber, but the Uber's like taking like 30 minutes to
you
get there.
definitely got to just walk there. That's not that bad.
Should have. I mean, like,
All right,
I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, hey,
You didn't buy the shuttle? There's a shuttle you could have got on.
No, you definitely just got to walk there. It's not that bad.
Maybe in the desert heat. I had a thick jersey on. I would probably went.
There you go. That doesn't
Yeah.
help.
Went like
Hockey
crazy.
jerseys in
Hockey
the desert.
jersey, jeans.
Don't
Grab
Yeah.
yourself a beer for the walk.
That's true. Could have done that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like we're in the Uber and I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, hey, we better like let's fucking go here. I'm like, we're gonna miss it, right?
It's just not even moving.
So I have the tickets out. I have tickets on my phone. I have
Yeah.
the girl with me, right? His little cousin. And there's another line. There's another line. And I'm like flashing the tickets and they're like, hey, you can't go. You can't go. I'm like, at this point, the puck drops like in 10 minutes. Like, I
Okay,
can
yeah.
hear the
So
stuff.
you already missed all the other
No,
shit.
I can hear it going on. I'm like
Okay.
I'm starting
Yeah.
to panic, right?
Yeah.
They're like, you need to download this COVID app and everything. I was like,
Oh, geez.
Oh,
like,
like you need to like
what?
sign a waiver kind of thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, no one told me this, right? So I'm trying to download this app. There's thousands of people on. There's no cell service.
Yeah, of course.
There's no cell service. So this app is just crawling, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
nothing's
freaking out at this
working.
point,
Yeah.
right? Next thing you know, they go, no bags. This girl's got a purse.
I mean, that's just
That's on her.
you got to know that.
That's on her.
You got to
Yeah,
know
that's
that
on
at
her.
this
She got to
point.
know.
Hey,
You got
I
to
mean,
know that at this point.
Yeah,
Right?
there's
So
no
I'm like-
bags at sporting events.
So now I'm trying to download this fucking app. I'm trying to figure out what she needs to do with this purse. So I go up to these cops. I'm like, hey, is there a bag check anywhere? They're like, yeah, you can go in the New York. And I'm like, I'm going in. You figure out what your bag. I got your ticket, right?
I'll come back out and give this to
That's
you.
what I said. I go to the usher and I'm like, can I come back out? And think, yeah, that's fine, right?
I'm not
Cool.
missing the skate show.
I finally get in. I am booking it through the thing. Like there's a 40 step.
Yeah.
I remember you walk in, there's like at least 40 steps. I'm bounding these 3 at a time. So
Yeah.
I can hear the on ice thing, right? Lose my sunglasses and everything, right?
Oh my god.
All this to see the pregame show?
Yeah,
Just to
see
get in the game. I just wanted to see the game. I mean, I wanted to see the beginning, but I didn't want to miss the part of the game.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
finally,
a guy
right?
skates around with a sword, and it's like I can't miss that.
They
I
do
don't
more.
care if
They
I
do
never
more.
see you again.
I'm in Vegas.
You're on your own.
So finally, I get up there and she texts me. She goes, back check in New York. New York is only 2 hours. I'm going back to the hotel. And I'm like,
Like she's just gonna walk back and
Yeah.
then come back though?
no, she's going to walk back and probably does not have. She goes, you try and sell the ticket if you can.
That's a little tough.
And I'm like,
Did she already-
okay.
Did she already pay you at this point?
No.
Oh.
No. So I get to my seats, right? I see the first. We watch the first period, so I go back. So intermission, I go back down to like the main usher, nicest lady ever, right?
Yeah.
Go back, and I'm like, hey, is there a re-entry if I leave? Because I see all these people in the plaza. And
Yeah.
I'm like, she's like, no, and I'm like, damn it, all right. So I go on the.
You
I'm
have
like,
another ticket.
right? I'm like, I'm just gonna go ask her and be like,
true.
hey, someone Venmo me, right? I swear, it's legit.
Yeah.
But so she goes, hey, just try and sell it on the app. And I'm like, all right. So I go on this like SeatGeek app. And
Yeah.
whatever, I'm trying to put it on there, and it's got like the expiration date or whatever expiration time for the ticket, right? So I'm
Yeah.
trying to put like a date, and it won't let me.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the hell, right? Clicking. It would
Yeah.
try and do an hour, wouldn't let me, right? It would only let me put on there for 10 minutes because the event started 58 minutes ago or however long ago. So
I
couldn't-
kind of get
I
that.
couldn't sell it.
Well, no, but you can put the expiration for 10 minutes, and then you have to basically get someone to buy it like right then.
Yeah, but it wouldn't even let me choose a day.
Oh, which even then, it's like at that point, if
could
you
put,
only have
like,
10 minutes, like just ask anyone around.
Well, because it only like after the event started, which was like 6 o'clock, it
Yeah.
would only allow you to sell it for that first hour.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, oh fuck, now I can't even sell this ticket. I'm like, you gotta come back, right? She goes, okay, I'll figure it out, right? So finally,
You gotta come back so I can charge you.
so these two younger couple walks in, right? And I'm just like, hey, are you guys from the Vegas area?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you know anyone who wants to buy a ticket? And I kind of explain the situation. They go, yeah, there's a bag check right there. If you throw them $20, they'll check it for the whole game.
In the
No, right outside the concourse. About 20 yards from these cops that we literally asked, is there a bag check?
Oh,
Wow, dude, that's fucked up.
And they go, hey, yeah, go to the New York. And I'm like sitting there and I'm just like, you're joking, right? No. Throw them $20. I'll watch your bag for the whole game.
It also makes sense. Every sporting event should have that since you're not allowed bags.
Yeah, they should. They should have lockers
So
right there,
eventually
right
I
up front.
text her and she's like, she ended up getting there in like the third period, right? I'm explaining. We walk into our seats, whatever. Everyone's going crazy. Oh my God, she made it. She made it.
Oh, like everyone at this point knows.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm telling everybody.
Yeah, because you're the only one like sitting in the section.
Like
with an empty seat.
there's one seat here.
Well,
And you're
Everywhere
spending the
else is-
whole
It was
time
kinda still had
texting.
it still had like the seat covers from COVID and everything.
Oh,
but,
okay.
like you could still see like
Yeah.
I got an open seat here. That person brought a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She brought a bag.
she brought a bag.
Yep. They're like, oh, we get it. We get it.
She'll be
I
here.
still had
She'll
to
be
eat
here in
like
the
$200
third.
on that ticket. She only threw me like 100. I was like, whatever.
I mean, that
You know what?
in her defense, though, is
she
only
I
coming
mean,
for the third.
You only made it
Yeah.
for the third period, so
But also, like, what's the last sporting event you've gone to in the last 5 years? Like, it's all you can't bring a bag.
Yeah, you can't bring a bag
Can't bring a bag.
unless it's clear.
No, they changed that rule too. So
A small
ladies out there,
small clear bag.
no. So
None?
No, you can
I think
do.
you can
You
bring
can
a
do
small
a
one.
clutch size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
small
but it
one.
doesn't have to be clear. Even it just has to be
Tiny.
like tiny. But before you could have like a big bag and it just had to be clear. Now it's
Yeah.
just a tiny bag. That's it. A non-gun carrying size bag.
So yeah, so measure it out. If you can fit your gun in the
You
bag,
fit your gun in the bag. That's a no.
that's too big of a bag.
No to that bag.
The more you know.
hey,
Jeez.
Also,
What a
crazy
fiasco.
thing about those the Vegas game, I feel like the beers there are cheaper than on the strip.
What?
It's like $7 for a beer. At least when I went, that was the first season. So
the
you're
funny
during
thing
the
is
playoffs.
that I was texting some buddies right now, telling the whole situation. They're like, you need to get her in and just buy a margarita for her and just say, hey, welcome to playoff hockey, right?
Yep.
So I do that. She goes, I don't like tequila. And I'm like, all right, 2 for me then, right?
Yeah.
So I'm drinking one, right? I put one down, right? They score. I'm staying up. I kicked it over.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You just had a rough
It was,
time.
I mean, hey, like it was a
Just one of the
great,
stuff,
great
man.
game. I saw opening puck drop. I saw the final minutes. I didn't miss a single
You
part
saw
of the
Vegas
game.
win.
Saw Vegas win.
Yep.
And
Worked out all right, but overall,
Worked out all
a
right,
lot of
but-
little stuff that did not go right.
Did you put any money on the game?
No, I didn't put any money on that game.
First one I went to, it was the Vegas's first season. I also like never really sports gambled because obviously it wasn't legal here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll put some money down. And then I got like too nervous, so I did like the classic rookie move. So I put like money down on like Vegas to win. I put it on the spread, and then I put it also on like they were playing the Rangers. I put it on the Rangers
Oh, puck
to
lines
cover.
dangerous. Puck lines are dangerous.
Well, it was stupid just because like I basically hedged it. So like I ended up winning one of the bets and then losing 2 of them. So I ended up with like less money than if I would have just placed the one I originally wanted. So it's just dumb.
Just slightly less money.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, so I just did all that, and
Yep.
I lost $2.
Yep. So that was just this dumb part.
So that was just wasting my time.
Exactly. It was stupid. But yeah, the Vegas Knights games are like fun. Very good time.
Yeah.
Eric and I just went to a random playoff hockey game in a city.
In Boston.
Yeah.
In Boston, we just snuck in there.
Yeah. Well, we didn't sneak in. We
We
paid
just
for it.
slipped right in there.
Yep.
That Vegas game actually. That was my first sporting event since COVID locked everything down, and probably my first playoff hockey atmosphere since the Wings were good back in like
So
the late
while ago.
2000s. So I'm
Yeah.
like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm home.
Oh yeah. We got to see Boston. They were good. So
Nice.
it was
Yeah, Boston was good. And that was a fun game.
a fun game. It was
was a
against
fun, good
Carolina.
time.
It was the
Yeah.
game 5 or something going into right before the
Yeah.
Cup Finals when St. Louis won.
Yeah, the atmosphere there. It's cool to see like the events like that, especially around playoff time,
Mm-hmm.
because you get to see how kind of like the city kind of builds up the area.
Which was cool, yeah.
Yeah, there's some fun little events and stuff going on.
If you
Very
go to a
nice.
city during a playoff time, I feel
Go
like
to
you just
sports.
gotta go to a sport event. Whatever
have to.
sports are in playoffs,
Go to
it.
sports.
Go to sports.
Go to sports. That's what we always say.
That's our recommendation. Go to
That's
sports.
what we always say. We always say go to sports. Where you at? Go to sports.
Doesn't matter where you are. Go to sports.
Go to sports. My friend, shout out to my friend Brian. I know he listens to the podcast, but he said he lived in South Carolina for a little while, and he said one of the worst things was that he wasn't in a driving distance to any major sporting events.
Are all the Carolina sports teams in North Carolina?
Yeah, I believe Charlotte. That's North Carolina, right?
Yep. Raleigh.
Raleigh. That's
Raleigh.
North Carolina, isn't it?
I think so. I don't
One of
know.
them. Either way, he was.
Myrtle Beach is South Carolina.
It's in
Yeah.
the Carolina. We know that. We
Yeah.
we got it
Yeah.
down to 2 states.
Hilton Head, South
I
Carolina.
swear it's been one of those Carolinas.
Yeah.
I'm confident in it. But yeah, he was not in a convenient driving range
It does suck.
That's a
to any
bummer.
sporting events. And it's like, yeah, that is. It makes me be like, all right, yeah, you know what?
I mean, like,
I
not
like
even
where
like
I live a little bit.
Not even like a minor sports team or anything.
I think you
I'm
could
sure
have
you
done
can
some
get
minor
college.
sports or something. Yeah,
You
but
gotta
it
be
was-
able to do college. Like there's a couple
Yeah.
schools out there.
But it's like, yeah, you just not. It's not the same.
It's not the same. That's for sure.
It's not the same. You want the big. You want the big show. The big razzle dazzle.
Of course.
You know.
Razzle. You just like saying razzle dazzle right
I
now.
do, man. That's the word. That's the word,
Word
of the
of the
week.
day.
Razzle
Word
dazzle.
of the week. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You said you had another Vegas story?
What was this other Vegas story? you
Oh,
had?
this other Vegas story is a doozy, right? So
We love a doozy.
so like I said, we stayed at the Flamingo, right? And
Solid spot to stay.
I don't know if you're how familiar you are with the Vegas layout.
Depends.
Flamingo. So there's the Flamingo along the Strip, and then there's another casino called the Link.
Okay.
Kind of like
Right next to it, pretty much.
Right
yeah.
next to it, and there's like if you're walking out the Flamingo, there's like a little outside concourse area,
Yep.
right?
That
I'll-
little back alley with the Ferris wheel.
yeah. We actually went on that. It was pretty cool.
I feel like it's so expensive.
It was like
How much?
$60 for
Yeah, for a Ferris wheel. That's what I'm
Ferris wheel.
saying.
But ours had a bar with free drinks in it, so I
Okay,
mean,
that helps.
We
Like,
pounded
in
it.
The Ferris wheel had it?
Oh yeah,
How long would you want him the Ferris wheel?
like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
That is
not bad.
better, but you had to pay for all your drinks, though, right?
No, he said with.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Drinks
Okay,
are free.
that makes a lot more
We got
sense. That
free
makes a lot more
shots at
That
the
is
top.
better.
Everyone kind of.
So wait, so like in every cart of the Ferris wheel, there's a little bar in there,
it's like
or is it just as you
Cooler?
like get down to the bottom, they're like,
It's like what do you have,
Yeah.
sweetheart? And they stop the
it's like
Ferris
every
wheel for a
third
second.
car has a bar in it.
Okay.
Wait, so what do you do if you're not in one of the third
got
cars?
Spider-Man
You start
in
asking
over
him,
there,
"Hey,
man."
buddy, toss it down."
Beer me.
I think it depends when you buy your ticket. You can either buy
Okay,
a
you
ticket
do it.
for-
Gotcha.
like a non-bar car. It's a little bit
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah.
because they section you off and everything. And
I feel like you just have to do the bar card if you're doing it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not spending 30 minutes on a Ferris wheel for $20
Trust
even.
me, we made our money back in the drinks
Oh, yeah.
we had.
You down them.
Okay, for sure.
Anyway,
They're like 2 at a time. We're like, all right, 1, 2.
yeah.
I do like the idea of though, as the like Ferris. Once you just get to the bottom, like the Ferris wheel stops, and then there's just some lady there smoking a cigarette. Like, what do you have?
There's just one
you're
asshole
like, "Ah,
who orders
vodka
like a
soda?"
super complicated drink. And they're like, well, fuck, we got to stop this whole ride now.
I'm all out of limes. All right.
We got gin and tonic.
Yeah.
We need tonic.
You text your order at the top.
Yeah. You have to download an app.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I hate when it's
Not a bad idea.
Wasn't that a thing when we were in Boston that it was like every sporting event we had to go through, there was you had to download like the team app or something.
No, it was
go-
just that we went to the Red Sox and that was a different app than
Dude.
Red Sox. You had to use MLB like ticket. or
Put it
something
all
like
on
that.
one app, dude.
Yeah, I agree with that part.
I'm so sick and tired of downloading apps, man.
I downloaded them all,
But once I use them, uninstall.
but I had them all.
I know you did because I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not downloading the NHL.com app.
Anyway,
So that you can see
Vegas.
what tickets are available
funny
to
thing
then
is-
download another app to buy the tickets on. Not doing it, man.
Randomly today, I was like right before I got here, I was looking at my phone and I actually clicked the COVID app from the Vegas game. I'm like, why is this still here?
Yeah.
Why do I have this? I
Yeah.
don't need this.
Uninstall, dude.
What do you have Apple though? They just like, at least for me, they just like automatically uninstall them, but they keep them on your home screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe.
So like they keep them there, but it's like with a cloud, so you have to like
Oh,
click
yeah,
it
you
to
have to
re-download.
re-go in the
but like they
cloud.
at least like remove it.
Oh, it's saved in the cloud.
Well, no, well, so it's just like your account knows that you had the app.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that because it's like it's still there in case I ever need to go back to it, but it's
Yeah.
also not taking up space.
Easy to re-download.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Anyways, Vegas.
Anyways, you had another story, and it wasn't about a Ferris wheel.
no, I mean, I can talk about the 2 hookers actually. That
Oh, there you go. That's how you get into a story.
there's 2 of them, right? I mean, hey,
I talk about the 2 hookers.
Vegas and hookers. I mean,
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Which one did you want me to talk about?
Yeah.
no, I mean like, so we were in the Flamingo. That's where we stayed and everything. So, like I said, Flamingo kind of like is right close to the lake
Yep.
there, and it's got that little concourse. So like, I was sharing a room with one of the people. Like, I mean, him and his girlfriend. Right? We had separate beds. Don't worry,
Yeah.
we had separate beds.
You're third wheeling.
Yeah.
You just knocked out the audio here.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Yep. Okay.
Was that
Now I
me?
gotta edit a lot of this podcast. Fuck.
You're not gonna edit any of it. Although you have more time now, so maybe.
So I'm walking around the Flamingo, right, and got some drinks, and I'm always just kind of looking for people to talk to and sit down and whatever, right?
What's your game of choice?
I'm a blackjack player.
Okay. Craps.
Never craps really. Not really a craps guy.
I played craps one time, did really well, and then ever since I'm like, man, I'm pretty good at craps, and then I've never been good at
Craps
craps.
is just fun because it's a community game.
and you get to throw those dice.
You have to throw the dice,
love
which is
watching it.
fun.
I love watching-
So I'm saying it's
We
a
got-
big community game.
We
A
got
little bit of pressure because you got to be cool when you throw the dice.
Well, no, you just got to hit the back wall.
And you also can't like
See, my thing is
you can't like roll shake up the dice, away from the table. You got to
yeah.
keep it over the table. Otherwise, the people
just
come over to you and they're like, "Whoa."
a
my
lot
dumb,
of-
my
and
dumb
you're
ass
like,
would be
I
trying to
don't
cool.
know.
I'd throw one of the dice off the end of the table.
happens
I'd be,
way more than you
I'd-
think.
A lot, yeah.
A lot.
I'd be that guy.
There's a lot. And then like it's usually like once you throw it over the table, you're like, oh, I have to like do a little weak throw,
Yeah.
and then you don't hit the back wall, and then like gotta redo it again.
Yeah, and they're like, you just suck at this.
Yeah, you're bad.
And everyone's just taking their money.
That's
back.
when people
Like,
start
I
getting
don't
mad
wanna
though, because
bet.
then you like ruin the juju of the throws, and
That's
they're
why I
like,
don't play
nah.
it. That's why I like. All right.
I love.
I
craps.
swear to God, I threw for like 5 times in a row once. And
Was that the brag?
that would, yeah, well, I mean, throwing 5 times in a row on craps is pretty good.
It's okay.
It's pretty good, but my buddy leaned over and he's like, dude, you're like winning people some money right now.
Which
And
is
I was
always
like, oh, what? And I've been bad at craps ever since, dude.
Got in your head.
Because I was like, I got the yips.
There's also always
Got
one
the yips,
person.
couldn't do it anymore.
One person in the corner who's betting against everyone else.
Yeah.
And then like everyone's celebrating, they just go like, collect my money.
Yeah, dude.
And then you're like, you're an asshole. I hate
People
you.
try to scoop your money.
Anyway, we keep sidetracking this story. This is gonna be the longest story ever because we can't get through it.
I'll edit it down. It'll be
We're just a bunch of degenerate gamblers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
This
gone
whole
through a lot
episode-
here. Yeah, it's a gambling episode.
We don't have a gambling problem. What is it? You can dial 1-800-GAMBLING if you do have a problem.
1-800-GAMBLER. So it sounds better doing it through a cough. It just makes it come out even more degenerate.
1-800.
It's 1-800-GAMBLER.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, don't have a gambling problem. We don't have a gambling problem. All good.
It's all
Anyways,
fun.
you're at the
We don't lose that
casino.
much money.
Yeah, no, we're not crazy.
But so like I'm walking around the casino floor or whatever. I'm just looking to see if like anyone's like worth talking to and everything. I sit down. So eventually, like I do a few laps. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go check out the link. And prior to that, I'm in the room with my 2 friends, and I'm like, hey, I'm going down to the casino floor. Are you guys coming? And I'm like, they're talking a bit. I was doing like one of those things like walking backward. I'm like, are we going?
Yep.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Right, and I left.
Yeah.
So I'm by myself and I'm walking around the casino floor and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go check out the link. So I'm starting to go across to the, basically down this one hallway, right? And it's
Okay.
like a little like two lane hallway, whatever. And I'm telling you, like this big girl. I mean, hey, ladies out there, I'm
Not body shaming.
not body shaming,
But she was
this,
big.
But this is Pente Soul. I
She
mean,
was-
Pente Soul in the female form, right?
He's actually pretty skinny for a lineman.
For alignment, but for
Yeah.
for a lady,
Like how many C's we talking here?
I mean,
It's like it sounds like a 5C.
we could be.
Yeah.
We could.
All right.
So immediately she's like, hey,
Oh, boy.
how you doing, honey? And I'm like, I mean, I'm in Vegas. I'm playing this off. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, good. How are you? Right? She goes, you looking lonely. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just
How
wondering."
could you tell? So I'm by myself.
Just wander. She goes,
Yeah.
let's go get a drink together. And I'm like, I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to go over here. Right? And she's still trying to
Still
like,
trying to turn that
still
trick.
trying to turn that train around. I'm just like, no. I mean, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Right? Not interested. So I'm gonna walk. I walk through. So I get outside, and my 2 friends from the hotel room are pissing their pants.
Oh, they
laughing.
just watched this
They're
whole thing?
pissing their pants laughing, and I'm like, where the fuck did you guys come
Yeah.
from? I left. I thought you were in the goddamn hotel room.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we were walking around behind you the whole time. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, we walked
No,
past you.
That's creepy as fuck too. Like, why didn't you say something?
That's what I said. I'm like, why didn't you say
Yeah.
anything? I'm like,
Tap
you
me on
saw,
the arm.
you
Yeah.
saw the situation I'm
Yeah.
in. They're like, no, we thought it was too funny. I'm like, what if I went to the bar with her? They're like, we probably would have followed you. And I'm like, what?
Dude, that would have been
On.
so funny though. You're just like, yeah, you know what? Let's go. And you turn around and your friends are there just like, what?
No, so I will give it to them as soon as you start talking to a hooker. I'm laying back and I'm just watching this unfold. But if
I'm like, you didn't
Yeah.
save me?
I would say, but it also takes you, I don't know, 5 minutes to go from your room down to where you would have been interacting with this hooker. Say something in that time
I did
frame.
like 5 laps around the casino floor.
Okay, so even 10, 15 minutes. Say something in that time frame. Don't think
I'm like, oh.
walk behind me like a goddamn stalker.
Yeah, don't follow me around. Especially if you're just doing laps around
I
the
was
casino,
like-
walking
like-
aimlessly for a minute.
I'm like, I'm a man behind enemy lines here. Come save your fallen soldier.
Exactly.
Dude, they set
What's
you
the
up.
other hooker story though?
They set you up.
The other hooker story was, I mean, same thing, walking around the,
You think your mom's gonna listen to this episode?
God, I hope not.
Well, he's not saying that he went to the hookers. Well, at least
Yeah.
on the first one. Maybe the second
the
one.
first
Disclaimer, nothing happened, nothing was paid for. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, ooh, okay. So nothing happened. Nothing's paid for. 2 different things.
Oh, let's find out what happens in the second.
But same thing, I was
negotiator.
walking around the casino floor. I mean, at this point, like, it's 5 or 6 in the morning, right? Place is basically dead. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm on the final couple laps before I'm going up to my room.
5 or 6 in the morning.
Another
Yeah. who are
daylight,
you?
daylight's out. And you're like,
Yeah.
man, I really need sleep.
Yeah.
And
looking
same
kinda bright
thing,
out there.
another bigger girls. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, good. Just wandering around and minding my own business. And she goes, how about a blowjob? just straight up. And I'm like,
She's
You
coming
know,
right to the point. She's like,
she
hey,
just got
it's
right to the
daytime.
point. She gets
I'm getting
right
ready
to
to
the point,
leave.
right? And I'm like, you seem like a nice lady, and I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna have to say no, right? She goes, okay, I'll be at the bar if you ever change your mind, right?
Thank
I'm
you.
like, all right, hey, thanks, right? So I'm doing a couple more laps. And I mean, like I said, the place is dead. I'm like on the verge of going up back to the room.
Yeah.
And we made eye contact a couple times at the bar, and I was so tempted to just walk by and be like, $20, take it or leave it, and just to get a reaction,
Just to see what she does.
just to get a reaction.
She might just say, all right.
And
Deal.
I mean, I never did. I ended up going back to the room, but like,
Probably the good move.
Yeah.
Probably.
yeah,
It's
great
a right
move,
Smart.
great move.
So I've told that on here, but just for you, real quick, I was in Vegas and I was staying at New York, and I was there for work. So it's 8 or it's like 10 in the morning maybe. I'm walking across the bridge to MGM, and I hold the door open for someone, and I keep walking, and it's a girl in like a hoodie and jeans, and we're just walking. She goes, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing much." And she's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just I'm here for work." She goes, "Okay, like you want to like do something fun later?" I go, "Oh, no, thank you." And then I just have an awkward speed walk away from her.
Yeah.
And I get to the next doors and I just open them like real fast and like slick through and just keep walking. I had no idea she was a hooker. I did not expect a 10 a.m.
Yeah.
jean hoodied up hooker to just be following me around and propositioning me.
You got to just when you're living that hooker life, you got to just take every opportunity you can get.
Oh, I assumed she was coming down from a previous engagement and was just like, "Hey, let me." This dude held the door open for me. He's by himself. Let me see if he wants some action.
She's
Okay, let me get a wet towel real quick.
Yeah,
first.
exactly. Yeah, and I just scrub that out. There's no way she was like she had to be coming from another
You
job.
want to take a shower real quick?
Yeah. But like, don't you think if she's like walking around the hotel in jeans and a hoodie, like she's coming from another job? She got comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's not
She's not even trying at that point.
exactly.
she's not
She's
even-
hoping she can just get an easy win.
She's just playing a numbers game. She's
Yeah.
like, okay, if I ask 50 people, someone's got to say
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. She's like, let me just try to see and make a quick buck here.
exactly,
On my way out,
exactly.
my way back home.
And I had no idea. I deer in headlights.
I think you missed out.
Probably looked like I walked away like I pooped my pants. Basically, I just walked out.
Could have been the time of your life.
Eh,
But
don't think so.
Let's jump into some hot toppings here. We're already 40 minutes in. Time flies. But RJ, you mentioned you had a story. We did a hot topping last
Give you
week,
Such a good segue. I said I felt like I pooped my pants right there.
and that reminded me that we
Okay.
had a hot topping last week where a person pooped in a freezer at a grocery store. You said you had something similar happen to you.
Oh, man. So I used to work, one of my first high school jobs, I used to work at the Kroger here, local Kroger at 5 Mile Merriman. Shout out Kroger.
Good to be specific about it. I love specifics.
Gonna be the broad Kroger. This one at 5
Hey,
Merriman.
listen.
Shout out to Jimmy. He's still the manager
Just to be
there.
clear.
Fuck yeah, Jimmy.
Oh, wait, we're bleeping out corporations. We're at K.
Yeah, okay.
But it's like I hated that job. It sucked.
First job,
hey,
always
first job,
bad.
high school, right?
Yeah.
Minimum wage, whatever,
Yeah.
right? It's 7:00 in the morning on like a Saturday or something like that, right? Nobody in the store, and I'm walking around, and I'm like, "What the hell's that on the floor?" Right? There's like 3 pieces. I'm like, "Is that shit?" I'm like,
Wait, what time does Kroger open? Like,
maybe it was like 8:00. I don't know because
I was just wondering, was this fresh or is this like
I-
left over?
Listen, I think it was fresh.
Okay.
But it was like there was like 3 or 4 pieces in a line, like going around the aisle. And I'm like looking at this and I'm like, is that shit? And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, no. I'm like, no one just shits on the floor at Kroger and just walks away.
Yeah.
So I go grab my coworker and I'm like,
What was this?
I'm like, man, what is this? They're like, dude, that's shit. And it was literally
clean it up.
like pieces, like someone shit their pants and just shook their leg and just said, up, time to go to the cereal aisle. Need
That's
some cinnamon
such a
toast
crazy
crunch.
move.
What aisle was it in? Do you remember?
I don't even remember. In front of the
Okay.
meat.
In front of the meat.
Because we
Probably
did have the
front of the
discussion
meats,
of like,
you know?
if you did poop
Yeah,
at a
which
grocery
aisle?
store, what aisle would you
Which
want
aisle?
to poop down?
Yeah.
I said
And,
produce or
and-
paper
and-
aisle.
And yours truly had to clean that up.
That's
that is
awful.
gross. What did you clean it up with? Just like a dustpan, or did you need to get the mop out?
I layered up about 4 pairs of gloves and
Just picked it up.
just like biohazard with like normal PPE materials and
I would have thrown like some kitty litter down.
Yeah, that's
Just
the
take
move.
out the smell.
That is the move. You have to put down the little powder.
People, stop being gross in goddamn
Stop
grocery
pooping in grocery stores. I
Like,
don't think that
There's
needed to be
bathrooms,
said.
right? Like there's bathrooms. You can go to the actual
Hey, trust me,
bathroom.
there's bathrooms and they're open. I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
go to the actual bathroom. Don't just poop down the aisle, you sickos.
don't just poop in your pants and shake it away and just go, hey, you know what?
That's gross for you. You're walking around with poop legs.
I mean, like, what? At the same time, like, what? Like, yeah, you shake it up. What about the stuff that doesn't fall out?
Yeah,
You're
do you
just
think-
walking around with shit in your pants.
Do you think that's where
Yeah.
is that where the dance move stanky leg came from? You're just
Sounds
trying to
like
get
it.
like a poop out, do the stanky leg, and then stanky because you got a poop smear.
I think that's how you would get a turd out your pants.
I agree.
By doing the stinky.
Doing
I
the
think we
stanky
solved the
leg.
mystery.
That's what it is.
There we go.
Whoever came up with the dance, we
If
know what
didn't
you were
know,
doing.
If you didn't know, now you know.
That's the poop song. Do the stanky leg.
The stanky leg, because your leg is stinky. But
Stanky.
let's get into at least one of the hot toppings. The one I have here today is a Florida woman was busted cheating,
You usually don't hear Florida woman.
and she tried to hide in a crazy spot. Can you guess where she was trying to hide?
Was she in the home?
She was in the home. She was at her ex-boyfriend's house, and he's married.
The dryer.
Oh, so you saw this story?
No, is that it?
Yeah, that's it, dude. She
I was
jumped
gonna-
in.
I was
She
gonna
jumped
say a
into
freezer
the
or something.
dryer. Right, a freezer would be crazy.
No, I know.
too.
I've played hide and seek before when I was young, and I hopped in the dryer.
And you could fit in.
I was young, and Steven from episode something decided he knew I was in there. My older brother,
27.
he knew I was in there. He definitely turned that dryer on for a second.
Did he really?
Oh yeah,
It'd get warm in there. Start tumbling.
Was
around.
for a
Was
second.
it a tumble dry?
yeah.
Yeah, they tumbled you.
I don't know. Someone getting stuck in a dryer sounds like a familiar storyline to me.
That just seems.
Yeah.
Is that another Vegas story?
No, that was a porn reference.
Okay. Oh, I can't somehow get out of this thing. This massive hole. I'm somehow
I'm
stuck.
stuck here. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, Morgan Holly Borrell
Yeah.
violated a court order issued from a previous altercation between her and her ex-boyfriend. She went over to his apartment, and no details were revealed about what was going on between her and her ex-boyfriend. But when his wife came home, she attempted to hide in the clothes dryer. When the wife found out and found her there, there was a physical altercation that
Makes
took
sense.
place. And then she was apprehended by police, and they found drug paraphernalia on her and methamphetamine. Go figure.
Well, so they weren't having sex. She was clothed.
She was doing well. Yeah, she was in the dryer. She was
Yeah.
pretty dry.
Like, hey, my clothes got wet. I stopped by, and I thought this was the best method. Also, so she had a court order,
good.
like restraining order, and she was still there.
And she just couldn't resist.
Which clearly that means that the ex-boyfriend, now ex-husband, is in on this. Like he's that restraining order was
Something's
nothing he
suspicious.
wanted. Yeah,
Something's not added.
maybe they were just doing drugs. Maybe that was a real thing.
Yeah, something's wrong there. I did not expect you to say
Go
that
for
you've
dryer?
that you've hit it in a dryer.
I've hit a dryer.
Wasn't
Again,
expecting
I was a
that.
child.
I thought that was a pretty unique thing. That someone
Yeah,
would be
you ain't
hiding
hiding
in
in
the
a dryer,
dryer.
you dumbass.
Never tried to get in there.
Are you assuming that it's a front load or a?
A top load?
No, it was a front load.
Do they,
Okay.
even make, they don't make top load dryers anymore, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
I think that's mostly what they make now.
No, I think they're still on the front load.
No, we do have a front load. Yeah, I don't
See?
know now. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have a top load washer.
Yeah.
Top load washer, yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Do you?
Legally, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think most of them are, it's top load washer, front load dryer.
That's weird. Why?
I don't know.
Why can't I
They
load
do
my
have
dryer
the
from
front
the
load
top?
washers, yeah, because you do have that like fun, like if you got your dryers right next
Yeah,
to
What's
each
a
other.
weird new legal thing they got for like items, right? Are gas cans. Did you know about this? You can't have
No.
a normal nozzle on a gas can anymore. You have to have like a stupid fucking like
The safety
Yeah.
like, cap,
Dude,
yeah.
what are you talking about?
It's so that like it doesn't explode with
no,
if it
it's,
catches
that's
on fire.
not the reason.
No?
I figured
No, what are you talking about with the safety?
there's like a little clip where you have to hold the clip. If you have it, they don't have those nozzles where you just tip it and dump it. You have to
Yeah.
hold the clip.
Okay, you're talking about a legit. Okay, because I got nervous. I was like, I hate when I have to go to the
No,
gas
no.
station and hold it the entire
no,
time.
I'm talking like on a.
Oh,
like
that-
if you're filming
dude,
a gas,
I'm
like
out.
a grass cutter.
Okay.
I'm out if I gotta hold the handle the
Dude,
whole time.
in Canada, you have to the whole time. It sucks.
Guess I'm only
Apparently because
loading
the
up
reason
5
why-
gallons.
The reason why is
That's
because
enough.
someone drank gas and they sued the gas company and the family won.
That's dumb.
That's why.
If you do something dumb, I don't care what the laws are. If you do something dumb like that, as a judge, you should have the power to be like, doesn't matter, you're an idiot. Fuck out of here.
It was like last summer I
You drank what?
I was at the Ace just trying to find a gas can. I'm like, hey, you guys got they're like, and they explained it to me like, yeah, all we got is the clip ones because some kid drank not glass. He didn't drink glass.
That would be kind of impressive.
That would be very impressive. He drank gas out of the gas can, and the family sued and won. So now the state of Michigan doesn't sell the normal.
Is it just the state of Michigan or is this nationwide?
And I don't know actually. I don't know. I know it's at least the state of Michigan, but
Nofsy/Simon, let us know if this is in Minnesota. Thank you. That's our one other state that I know someone listens.
Yeah. I guess. That's a good shout
We
out.
can possibly get some knowledge.
Anyone else who just knows about gas cans in Michigan, let us know.
No, not in Michigan. I want to know outside of Michigan.
let's confirm this.
What? You don't trust RJ?
No.
Wow.
hey, I mean,
Wow.
He knows why.
understandable.
He knows why.
I have some moments where I'm just like, hey, I talk out of my ass, and
I'm with you.
See?
My brother came up with this thing called Sean Facts because for a while, until I was probably at least 20, just say stuff, and if you say it with confidence, people just believe it.
They do, yeah. If you walk anywhere with confidence, you can.
You can get it in a lot of places. Yeah. But there'd be a lot of things that I would say just with confidence, and just people would just believe it, and then eventually they decided to Google some of the stuff. Lots of lies.
It's like anything. Act like you belong. People
Exactly. Yeah. Pretty sure you can become president if you just do that.
You can go
just say
real
something.
far.
Just say something with confidence.
You can go real far if you're a good speaker and you talk with confidence.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be a good speaker. Just talk with confidence. Just say stuff as a fact.
Yeah.
Is this your presidential campaign here? Are you guys?
My presidential campaign.
Is this the leak right now?
Is rolling along, and it's basically here's my stance. I want to get rid of the Mason-Dixon line. That's my main stance.
Do you know where the Mason-Dixon line is?
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania down to Delaware. I want to get rid of it. I want to redraw Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. No part of West Virginia should be east of Virginia. That needs to get figured out, man. I don't want to be in Virginia going east and entering West Virginia. That's not how it works, dude.
How do you feel about Canada being south of the United States?
That's fine.
That doesn't throw you off?
That doesn't bother me. But hey, Canada, look out. We're buying Nova Scotia, too. That's part 2 of my
Nova Scotia is what we're buying?
We're getting Nova Scotia.
Yo, get a better province.
If I'm president, I'm getting Nova Scotia.
Go for Quebec.
No,
Get those French fucks.
Because if you look at a map, you just, it's... Maine is not the end.
No, why would
we want to get to the end?
Why wouldn't you get British Columbia and connect? Do the Alaska to Washington connection?
Don't get me started on this, man.
What? I mean, how pissed do you think people in Puerto Rico are that
they're just not? Yeah.
That Washington D.C. is getting statehood before them.
Stupid.
Wait, is D.C. getting statehood? We got 51 now?
It's stupid. It's stupid. I don't like it.
They've been talking about it, but I think they said D.C. is going to get statehood before Puerto Rico.
I feel like we should not do statehood to anyone until we either get to, you either have to combine the Dakotas, combine, the Virginias, combine the Carolinas, one of those moves, and then keep it at 50, or if you're going above 50, go to 55.
Those are fine because it's just size-wise, North Dakota and South Dakota are plenty big.
Okay, Carolinas can be
bigger.
One,
but Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, congratulations, you're now called New England.
Yeah, you just want them to go back to New England.
Bada bing, bada boom. Let's wrap this up. Maryland and Delaware could be easily one state. The fact that Maryland's a state is stupid. Why is it this slithery snake into the country? I don't like it. Get it figured out.
They've been talking about splitting California into 4 different states before. I'm pretty sure. Haven't they?
4?
I think so.
That'd be insane.
Southern California would be like LA and everything.
Texas is bigger than California. Just shaped differently.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
That's what they say. Eric, what are your political stances on abortion?
That's a different podcast.
I thought I'd get them.
Different podcast.
I thought you were doing the pitch here.
Different podcast. If you follow me, you know which podcast that is.
What podcast is that?
I don't know. It's a different podcast I do. Right. RJ, thank you so much for being on the podcast this week.
I don't even get mine.
Yeah, maybe as a bonus clip. Maybe we'll do it as a bonus clip, Sean.
I do want to say one thing real quick because I didn't actually get to call out our good friend Ryan Gunner yet.
Oh, that's true. We talked about fantasy football.
We talked about it. And we kind of skimmed over, but
go ahead, yell at him.
Gunner, a little bit mad at you here, buddy.
Ooh.
So am I.
I'm still.
I guess I am too.
I know I'm still number one in the list, but to our listeners here, right? Eric and I, we're in a fantasy football league. We're in a side league, but Eric is part of what he likes to call the big league, right?
The big league. It's more expensive.
I have been.
It's for high rollers.
I have been. Yeah, because we're gamblers here. We like throwing that money around.
1-800-GAMBLER. A 1-800.
I have been trying to get in this big league for years on end, right? Years on end.
Okay.
So finally, I think it was either last year or the year before, right? I mean, it was right around Labor Day weekend, right before the draft, right? I'm going up north, right? I'm unloading my car, and I just happen to check my phone, and I have a missed call from Gunner.
Yep.
3 minutes ago.
Yep.
3. And I'm like, oh, hey, call him right back.
Oh, I know where this is
And
going.
I call him right back. And I go, hey, what's up, man? He just, in typical Gunner fashion, hey, RJ, we had a spot for the big league. You missed the call. We filled it. I'm just sitting there, and I'm like,
Wow.
What? I'm like, you called 3 minutes. I'm like, not 5, 3. I'm like, how you filled the spot already?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god.
I was right there next to him when it happened.
I called him right back. I literally called him right back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did you find someone that fast? So
It was instant. He literally called 2 people, and like just the other guy called back.
How many teams
The
in
other
the
guy
league?
answered. I think when he called. It's a 10-team league, and the guy who replaced that spot that opened up, that guy won the league.
Yo, by the way,
shocker.
10 teams just expand it. It sounds like you can easily get more people.
Could easily get more people, but 10
Expand it to
teams
12.
is 10
Nah, I
teams is
feel
a
like
good
10
amount.
teams
But hey,
too
I'm
easy.
number 1 in the next spot, and you reassured me on that.
You keep
So,
your phone on you.
I'm gonna keep that.
Or
thing.
do you have a standing
Yeah.
yes? Like,
think
don't
I
even
gotta-
call me. If there's a spot, it's a yes.
I'm pretty sure it's a standing yes at
Okay.
that point because
Make that
Well,
clear
now
with
it's on
them.
record. Now it's on visual
on
and audio
Visual-
record.
Yep, audio record. So that is, yeah. So you should be in. Next time someone drops out, you should be in. But
Who knows when that is? You have to start killing people.
kill me. Go ahead. Do it.
I'll do better in pickups if I do so.
Do it. Yeah. But RJ,
I dare you.
do it. Do it. Bring it on. Let's see it. RJ, I appreciate you being on the podcast this week. We ask all our guests if there's anything you would like to promote or recommend. What do you have that you would like to promote or recommend?
So we were talking off the podcast about streaming and everything. So I think if you don't have Apple
RJ
TV,
does it too, by the way.
what's that?
Brings up what we're talking about ahead of time.
yeah.
He always yells at me for doing that.
Because the
If you
show
guys
starts.
if you guys don't have Apple TV, right, I highly recommend download it and watch Ted Lasso.
Great show.
Great show.
Great show.
I was honestly surprised because I thought it was gonna be like one of those little heartwarmy, like
It kind of is.
Don't get me wrong, it's heartwarming, but I thought
Yeah.
it was gonna be like one of those cable-y, like like cable type humor, and I mean it got dirty quick, and I'm like, okay, I'm on board.
I'm like, oh, I want some dirt.
Okay.
They said fuck in the first
'Cause I
5
thought,
minutes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay,
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Because I've been getting the vibes that it's a little too like family friendly, heartwarming.
honestly-
kind
No,
of show.
it's
I've been
it's
getting that vibe.
It's heartwarming where it's like he's just a genuinely nice person
Where nobody can hate him.
where nobody hates him. So like it's
Yeah.
heartwarming where there's not like a person to hate necessarily. Like he just wins everyone over. But the show itself, I mean, yeah, like there's sex, there's cussing, like there's all
Yeah.
that stuff. It's a normal show. He is just such a nice guy where usually like it's a person who has like issues and he's just a very nice guy.
You would think it'd be a show on ABC Family, but it works very well
Kind
with,
of, yeah.
with a streaming
Yeah.
service.
Also, you don't have to like soccer or football.
football in my life. And do you believe the story that the one guy is a CGI character
Which guy
in
is
the
that?
show? There's one guy who just I guess has like a very perfect beard. I've seen pictures of him, and there's
Is that
rumors.
Roy Kent?
Yeah, is it Roy Kent?
I
think
think
so.
It has to be Roy Kent.
I think so because there's like rumors flying around of
there,
like
he's there,
that
he's every
one
fucking one.
character
Okay.
is a CGI character, and they were like, this is the type of thing Apple would do to show off like
No way.
graphics. or
No,
something.
like he's been in other
that-
stuff.
But he is a real person. People just
Yeah.
think his like the way he looks, and I guess it's the way because he's always in like
That's gotta be.
I would think Jamie Tart would be more of like that guy's.
That's gotta be a hell of a compliment. Yeah, you look. So
I know, you
perfect.
look so perfect
You
that
look
you're
so perfect,
CGI.
You look like you're fake.
Yeah, it has to be Roy Kent.
Let me see.
The cheers that they come up with in that show, though.
He's there.
He's every fucking where. Roy Kent. Roy Kent. Or
Yeah, Roy
Jamie
Kent.
Tart. do-do-do-do-do-do, Jamie Tart. do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, it's Roy Kent.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone can think that's CGI. Like, he looks very real.
I mean, but like
He's a real
If you
boy.
look at like the screenshots, like it just looks
Yeah,
like
if
it's
you,
like
like,
FIFA 2021. You know,
If you take the lighting
Yeah,
out and
no.
you make him look like he's a dead person.
the screenshot from the show.
I would also recommend YouTube the commercials.
Yeah, I got to go watch
Check
those
those.
now.
The commercials were out like 6 years before the actual series.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah,
go
because it
watch
was
those
just
now.
a show
just,
that
like I said, it
became.
was
They
just
were
a
like,
pro-
this is
just a
actually could be a
promo.
show.
Yeah.
And not just
Jason
just a
Sudeikis
commercial.
actually sold this.
The morning show on Apple TV, also very good.
That's what I was gonna ask too, because Apple TV, the only show that I've heard is like really good is Ted Lasso.
No,
Nothing
morning
else.
show is very good. It's basically about who's that dude who worked? He was like a big newscaster, and he got canceled because he had like that button that he pressed, and it like locked the door.
Oh my god, I know his name. It's
I want to say it was ABC. He had that. He had like
my
that
God.
button that he would press, and it would like
Matt
lock.
Lauer.
Matt Lauer, yeah.
Matt Lauer.
Basically, the morning show is kind of like based on that, where it's like they work for a news company, and the head anchor's kind of a
Didn't this
scumbag.
button, like
Yeah.
close and lock the door behind him or something like that.
No, I think he had a button that like you
did
walked in and he pressed the button and it locked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock the door behind you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God, I don't know how
Real creep.
anybody. I don't know how you get that installed. I don't know how you convince the guy of like, I need a button to
Well-
like lock this door, but I want to be able to lock it from over here.
So Eric, I've thought
like,
about that.
are you a super villain?
No, so I've thought about that multiple times.
are you a
Think about
super villain?
racist people who get like crazy like paint jobs on their cars of like Confederate flags and Nazi symbols. You just have to find someone who knows that craft and is also a racist or a creep, and then they do it. So you have to have a connection. Like I'm assuming you're
Yeah.
on Parler and you're just talking about
But I just
crazy shit.
I
and
can't
then
imagine
you find out.
being at my workplace and being like and trying to like be like, hey, are you a creepy guy?
That's the part that's like weird is how do you get someone to come in and be like, hey, what's that button for? In case you just don't want to get up and lock my door and just sit here and
Well,
just
what
press this
about
button.
Can you creep
what about
this
that
up for
Trump
me?
button that gave him Diet Coke? Do you know about that?
The what?
Trump had a button when he was in office in the Oval Office. He pushed it and like 2 minutes
Just ordered
later,
him a
a
Diet
butler
Coke.
would walk in with a Diet Coke and a silver platter.
That's like a shot collar. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he just has a button with a dude who has a shot collar, and every time he presses it, it's like, oh, this is my get Diet
Try
Coke.
not to get political.
Yeah.
We're just saying
Yeah.
facts.
I don't think that was not political. That was
No.
that's a rich person thing. That was
That's just
before
someone-
president.
That's
If I could
like
get a
that-
button where someone would just bring me a drink, that's when you know you made it.
What
Oh, yeah.
drink would you have set to the button?
Oh man, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
I want to get honestly.
This is on the spot
I would
question. This is
probably
tough.
get if I had to choose.
I know this
don't
is
know.
tough. This is on the spot question.
For me, it's cherry Coke.
For
Bring
me,
a
it
cherry
would be
Coke.
a Vizzy Seltzer. That was,
Wow.
They're not paying us yet. Yeah, blur
you don't
that
have to
out.
you don't have to advertise.
Yeah.
I'm cutting that.
Yeah, blur that out.
The podcast.
It
ended
would probably
5
be a
minutes ago.
beer or something, but I don't know. Probably, you got to get multiple buttons. You might be in the mood for something. Might be in the mood for a while.
No. So this is one button. This is
Hey, you
this
can't
is
change the
what is the
question.
one button.
You can't change the
Anything
question.
else you can get yourself. This is the one button.
He's gonna panic.
Coke
again.
Zero.
See, you guys are doing simple. Where I feel like if I have a button where I don't have to do anything and someone brings it to me, why would you do something that like crack open a can and pour it? Make me a mixed drink, bitch.
I understand, but I more frequently would want a cherry Coke.
I get
than to be getting wasted. You
No,
know,
no,
it's
but
like
I'm
1
going-
o'clock on a Tuesday. I'm like,
So
shit.
then you don't use the button.
Yeah, really.
You know,
Just don't
but
use the
that's what
button.
I want the button for.
No, but the button should be like,
know,
I don't want to do
Friday
this
night.
activity that's tough.
Yeah, I just don't need to be drinking alcohol that much.
No, but you use it because you don't want to do that. Like that
get it.
activity's tougher.
I get it, but
You crack open
more
a can.
frequently, I can order a cherry Coke once or twice a day. I don't need to be getting drunk all day.
You're going for quantity over quality. I'm going for quality over quantity.
Yeah, so then
That's
it's
what
like,
it
what's the
is.
point of the button? You're using it once a week. What's the
Yeah,
point?
well, you're
What's the
using
point?
it like a couple times that day.
What's the point, Sean?
Whatever that once a day is, that's a couple times.
God! Piss me off, man. All right. We'll wrap it up there.
All right, magician or cook? Pick one.
Don't. We're not getting started on that.
He just got pissed. I had to do it.
Guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit that follow button, that notification bell button.
You always
Hit
look
all
at
that
me
stuff.
as if I'm gonna like add into this.
Because I want you to like be doing something. You know,
all right, dude, I'll sit here and just. Want me to start winking at the camera?
Like, can you just like do some faces or something while I do this? You can find us on Facebook. We're a Pizza My Life. You can find us. It's distracting now.
Yeah. See. So you wanted.
You can find us
asked
on
for it.
Instagram at a Pizza My Life Pod. We are on Twitter at APML Pod. Pretend like you're doing sign language. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be the sign language person. No, I feel like that's gonna offend someone. I'm gonna
And then you
stop
can
that.
email us at
can't hear you.
apmlpod@gmail.com.
Like he actually just said a racist slur in sign language.
Oh no! And then it gets taken down.
Yeah,
Our biggest episode of all time, and it got taken down.
lost it.
It's so offensive.
Sucks.
Gotta edit more of this, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
for having me, guys.
Thank you for being on the
a good
podcast,
time.
man. We appreciate having you on.
guys
This
are
has been
great.
episode 73 of A Pizza My Life. We'll see you next week.
Boom.
Brendan Fraser.